All right. Welcome back, JackNealGames. Going through the second round of Rust and Revenue on our teach slash playthrough. Please refer back to the first video for some of the more important parts of the teach. We're just going to go on and continue the game that we have here. Right now we're looking really good. We're at $41, and Reginald and Xavier both at a little bit lower at 22 and 14. We're playing the easy level. We're not playing with company powers, so we're keeping it pretty simple tonight. Just sort of showing the game off and kicking some tires and seeing what we have. So given that, we're gonna just keep on going. So we're gonna go in round 2 now. And all right, so line them up, and a little bit of glare there, but that's okay. So Xavier's going to go invest in company number 4, and so he kicks it over to this level, which will, when we score, Reginald will get the presidential bonus here now because Xavier's in on the action. So there's that. So we have a couple companies we can pick, company 4 or company 6. Company 6 really hasn't been formed yet, so we could eventually go into that. But one of the other rules that we just sort of ran into that we didn't have before is that you can only be president in 3 companies. And right now, we're president of 2 and 3 and 5. So we can't actually buy more than 2 shares in 6, but we could. We just couldn't be the president of it. The other thing we could do is do a pass for company 4 as well. We can't buy any shares in company 4 because the last round that they had was an investment round. So what do I want to do? I think what I want to do is I think I want to get some shares on 6 because shares are always good. Money is always good in this game. So we're gonna save the 4 for us. Actually, we'll use the 6, and this is where some of the timing comes in with the how the dance goes on these. So, for example, if we gave Reginald the 6, he would get the investment first, and because we don't have shares in that company at that point, the operation would be a pass. We're going to flip the script a little bit. We'll let him have company 4, which again is going to start picking up here at some point, but we're not there yet. So Reginald can do an operations task. He has an engine power or service capacity of 6, and he can go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So he can't go past 6. He either has to go north or he has to go this way, and I get to pick, and I want him to go this way. So there's his 5, and he did the 5 for his budget there. And we will mark. I did mark his over there, so that's good for the operations. This gives us the 6 and 6, and we don't have to use all of our pips. I suppose we could change a 6 to a 5 with our last capital reserve and use the 6, which actually might not be a bad idea either. Let's do that. So we'll use our last reserve, our last modifier. So we're going to do company number 5. We're going to make an operations thing here. So for company 5, we could buy another engine, or we could expand track out. And what I want to do is just expand the track at this point. We can use up to 6. I kind of want to have these share, but I also kind of want to have a city to go here. And again, if 5 connects up to this city, it can't go past that city, and nor can 3 go past 5 unless there's a bypass, which is another one of the natural 6s we have. So if I build this way, I could potentially get cut off because company 4 might build up. So given all of that stuff to think about, I'm just going to take the safe route. You spend 1 pip here and 2 pip there. So that'll get us up to that city. And I forgot to mark that earlier, but yeah, that was our first turn for round 2. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, Xavier is first. He does company 2, so he gets in here. And that's kind of good, because then now I get to get the presidential bonus without giving anything to Reginald. So that's good. And now we have to figure out who gets what here. So we have a 1, a 2, and a 6. No one has still done anything on company 6 yet. Company 1 had that operation with that little squiggle there. So if we end up taking that, we would have to pass. Otherwise, Reginald could invest. Company 2, Reginald can't do anything, so it'd be a pass, which is good because he's not in there, but bad because he's going to bite into our bonus at some point. Or company 6, we finally let Reginald in, or we decide to do something. So company 6 doesn't really have too much to go with. The revenue looks like it's kind of stuck. I mean, 1, 1, and 1. If we were playing with company powers, that mine would be worth 3. So that would be really cool. But again, we're keeping it pretty plain this game. So not really jazzed about any of these actions. I think what I'll end up doing though is we'll give Reginald the 1, and that'll be an investment. So we'll just make sure that that's an I again. Because we're not in it, he has a budget of 5. He will add on just the 1 share. We'll take the 2 and the 6. We'll do company 2 for an operations action. We already have plenty of engine power. So what we're going to do is we're going to piggyback off of what number 1 did. Go here for 3, and what this does is it allows us to build a hub because we connected to him. So this will stop 1 from going any further, but we get to have basically 2 free tracks there. So that was cool. And then we'll go this way for our other build for the other pip. So that was 4 pips, but we ended up going and making a good connection there. 2 is operation. Yep, there's that. Turn 3, round 2. Xavier goes to a 1. Ooh, yeah, I didn't really roll that well. Same thing. If I keep on building out company number 2, we're going to start cutting into maintenance a little bit, which I'm not a big fan of. 1 would be operations, so we still couldn't do anything. 6, we can't really do anything because, again, we're not there yet. If we give Xavier the 2, then he would invest, which gives him more money, and would also put us closer down the line. I'm not a big fan of that either. So I think what I want is I do want to do company 2, and I can invest in it. So if I invest in it, I can use the 6, but it costs 7 to do 2 shares, so I can only do the 1. And you can only have a max of 6 shares as well in a company. I didn't mention that before, but it's in the rules. But we weren't going to hit it early, which leaves us the 1. So we could use this 1 as a natural way to get another share. Some other stuff that we can do with this 6, though, now that I'm thinking about it, we can build a bypass. So if we wanted to, we could go past this city and put a 2 on there, and that would let us pass and use that network if we wanted to. That would be kind of nice. Company 2, also, we can have an extra presidential bonus. So right now, if we did that, we would basically get to count this $8 twice, which that's not bad. And then the other thing we could do is upgrade an engine. So for company 2, what that would be, and we alluded to this earlier in the playthrough, but we would circle this 4 and turn it into a 6, which would give us basically an engine that's not going to go anywhere, keep on building revenue, and then we can just keep on building track, which is also nice. So I've talked myself into Reginald doing the 1. So Reginald gets to do operations. He can connect to 1, 2, 3, 4 cities. He has an engine power of 6, so he will build out 2 tracks for a total of 5 pips. He will build out, again, I get to pick if it's equal. I'm trying to keep him away from the city, so we're going to have him build this way. And then he'll go here. So eventually what he could do is he could, during the course of play, depending on the map, the companies can still sometimes connect back up again. So sometimes it's permanent, sometimes it's temporary for how the hubs line up. This one we're right now having a decent good shot of keeping him contained. So so that's his part for company number 1. Yeah, we did that. So company 2 with the 6. What did I talk myself into? I think I want to upgrade the engine. So we're gonna just turn this into a 6, which is going to be a little bit messy. Yeah, I'll just put a little star here and say it was a 6. Again, that's what this guy's for, but had to make something show up on the camera, so we do what we can. So that was the operations there, and that's our turn there. So turn number 4 for round 2. 2, 4, 4 for our white dice. Xavier has the black 6. Xavier is right now the savior for Express Northern Byway, so he's sort of doing that. That's good. Now it's back to us. Company 4 is getting a little bit long in the tooth. Reginald has it there, and then we have our company here with 2. And again, we can do an investment, and we can get another share if we wish. We could also get a share on company number 4 if we wanted to, and then let Reginald in on company 2. So something with 2, something with 4. We're out of capital reserve. I don't really want to give Reginald any more money here, even though it's a not a company that's great. I wouldn't mind having a share in it just so that I can kind of, again, sort of what I did with company 1 here, kind of steer company 4 toward less profitable places. So we're going to let Reginald. Oh, well, and again, here's where the timing kicks in again. If I let Reginald do company 4, he'll get the invest first, and then I get locked out of doing the operation because I wouldn't have a share in it. So we'll let him do the 4 anyways. He'll invest. He'll get another share. Hopefully that company isn't worth much. That gives us the ability to either do a pass on 4 because we don't have a share in it. We could just say we did the 2 and start eating away at his presidential bonus if we wished. But I think we could probably get some more juice out of company 2 here. Right now, company 1 is actually building us out a little bit, and we have a good setup here. So 2 is actually really, really kicking in nice. Let's get one more share there because that's going to be nice. So company 2 with a strength of 4 is an investment action. We get a plus. 5. All right. Xavier goes ahead. He adds on to 1, and now Xavier gets to be president of the Continental Railway because he has 4 shares to 3. And we'll see if he accidentally does better running them. This leaves us with our 5, 5, and 4. 5, we could get more shares in. Right now we are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shares. You can have up to 20 shares total. If you go over that, there's a penalty. So you can have more. It's just usually it's not in your interest to do so. Let's see here. Do I want to let Reginald do more stuff with 4? If we let Reginald do stuff with 4, Reginald can operate. And he's connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he will connect to that city if we let him. And he can reach that city because he has a capacity of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would help him. If I let him into 5, he could invest into 5 and get 2 shares, which bumps the presidential bonus up. We'll let him do it. So he buys 2 shares. We're still president. And then we can either we can't really do anything with 4 unless we pass, but we could do stuff with 5 with an operations action. So let's go ahead and give 5 another railroad or engine. So there's that. All right. 6, turn 6, round 2. We're getting near the end of the round. Xavier has a 5, so he's boosting this company up some more. 1, 3, 4. So company 1, somebody can buy shares. Somebody can buy shares in 3. Nobody can buy shares in 4 this round. Do I want anything in company number 1? Not really, because I would boost their bonus up. Company 3, I own. Oh yeah, we were going to do a bunch of stuff with that. I remember now. 4, I don't want to help. 1, I don't want to help. But I do want to do stuff with 3. And 3 is going to need... 3 needs some track. So we'll give the 1 to Reginald. 1 is an investment. He has 5. Hopefully I don't regret that. And then company 3 has 4. So we're going to go 3 here and then 1. It's possible that 4 could connect in and do some other stuff here. But again, it's hard to tell. I really want to have 3 build out a little bit because I built some engine power up. So we'll see how it goes. Last turn for round 2. At this point, all right, so we'll make sure we re-rust the 2s out. So all the 2s get crossed out. They're now worth 1 for scoring. Xavier's the black die. So he's here. And 2, 3, 3. 2, we could do in operations. 3, we could get more shares. 3, we could get 1 share because it costs 3 pips. 2, we could add on. We can't afford an engine because we're up to 5s. Really, there's no new place to build a 2 to give it more right now, but it does have a capacity of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it really doesn't help us to build on to 2 either. So I think what we'll do is, and unfortunately, when we add on to this now, we're going to start biting into our maintenance for our bonus. But and because last round was an investment round, or investment task for company 2, they don't get to. Excuse me, Reginald doesn't get the Reginald doesn't get a share. So we'll let it pass. And then 3, I want the share. So we'll go there. And that is the main part of our play for round 2. We're going to go on to scoring out round 2 now. As you can see, a little bit more going on from round 1. Let's see how we go here. So company 1 has a service value of 5. The best it can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towns, so it's worth 5. Presidential bonus is 12. It didn't go over to the maintenance part here. Reginald is the president because he had the shares first. He has 4 of them. Xavier has 4. So Reginald is 4 times 5 plus 12 is 32. Xavier has 20. Company number 2 is a reach of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he can reach a city, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And because Xavier helped us out, we do get a little bit of a bonus, but we lose some of it, so we go up 8 and down 2 to 6. We have 6 shares, I think. Yep. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 6 is 60. Xavier has 1 share at 9. Company 3 is, oops, actually messed this up. It's a reach of 7. So it's 8 times 6 plus 6 is 54. And then this is 8. It's tough doing this without an eraser, but we're going to do this. All right. Railroad number 3, company 3. Right now it's connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So it gets 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, $8. It is presidential because we have more than one owner. Maintenance isn't kicked over, so it's worth 8. I have 4 shares. Reginald has 1 right there, and then Xavier has 2. 8 times 4 plus 8 is 40. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. On a company 4, down here, can reach 5 places. So 1, that's a mine, so that's worth nothing. 1, 2, that was a mine, and the other. So the best route it can do, 2, 3, 4, 5, is this guy here, worth 3. Not very good planning on Reginald's part. Does get the presidential bonus. It's at 8 with no penalty. We don't have anything there. Reginald is 5. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 8 is 23. And Xavier is 1 for 3. Company 5 up here can reach 7, but can't get past that city. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Residential bonus, again, 8. No maintenance away from it. I have 3. Reginald has 2 shares. Xavier has 1. I'm president, so 3 times 5 plus 8 is 23. 2 times 5 is 10 for Reginald. 1 times 5 is 5 for Xavier. And then still, we haven't had anybody go in company 6, which it does happen from time to time where a company or 2 will just sort of get ignored. Regardless, it still connects to 3 places. This was a mine, so it doesn't count for revenue. Actually, I take that back. It's a hub now, so it does. So 1, 2, 3. There's no presidential bonus because Xavier is the only one in here. Xavier has 3 shares, and he's no president, so it's $9. So adding all this stuff up, right now we're at 13 shares for $117. Reginald is 40, 63, 73, and 5, 10, 12 shares. And Xavier is 5, 7, 8, 9, 12 for 20, 28, 44, 47, 52, 61. So if we take our totals from up above for now, 41, 117, 22, 73, 14, and 61. We're having a good old time here. Definitely commanding this game right here. And again, easy is definitely easier. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. The kickers come in when Reginald has more stuff to build, and when he helps you less. So this was round two. I'm gonna stop the playthrough for this particular part here. If you want to go see round three and see how the game ends up, we'll go ahead and put that video up in a little bit. If you don't, hopefully I'll see you later. Take care. Hello and welcome back. I'm Jack from JackNealGames, doing a part three, round three of Rust and Revenue. The latest game we just released out in August. If you are just running across this for the first time, make sure you check out the first video in the series that sort of goes through the basics on how to play. And the video for this was the playthrough for round two, so we're going to continue off of those and build off of round three. Right now we're playing on easy, and we're having a good old time. Definitely making some money, making some tracks, and really just really stopping. So it's been pretty good. I'm going to pick up right at the very end of round two. We just scored, however, we didn't do the upkeep for our opponents. So this is the part where Reginald and Xavier get to get a little bit of a leg up and make up for some lost time. So for them, for each company that is built by them, that one of them is president for, they can upgrade an engine if they're going to be short, and they can add onto their track if they don't have enough. If their engines are more than their track value. So, given that, if again, so do we have any companies that would have all their engines rusted at the end of the round that is owned by Reginald or Xavier? Right now, 1 is fine, 2 is fine, and really 2 is ours anyways. Company 3 is ours right now. 4 is Reginald's, but a 4 is fine. That's ours, and then the only one would be Xavier's with 3, so he gets the first 5. Now we look at the track and see if track and engines line up. So do we have less track than engine power for 1? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that one's fine, so they don't get to add on. Company 2 is ours. Company 3 is ours. Company 4 has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have more track than engine capacity, so they're fine. We own Company 5, and Company 6 has a ton of engine power right now, so they're going to get a free track. They take the cheapest track to the most lucrative destination, so they will build over there. And I think that's what we got. So let's keep going. Final stretch. First turn round 3. What do we got? 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Xavier has the 3. So he now is closer to owning Company 3, which sounds bad. However, these engines are going to rust at the end, and Company 3 is going to be worth as much as it has been. So we still want the money, and we probably still want an engine there at some point, but it might not be the end of the world. So that's Xavier. So between Company 3 and Company 4, both of those will have to operate, so nobody gets a share. Reginald can operate in either of them, and Reginald won't get a share in either one of them, which is good, and then we can pick what we want to do. The problem with the 4 and the 3 right now and not having anything in capital reserve is I can't afford an engine to make more money. And the only thing left to really do is to either try blocking on hubs or try to build track out to a couple other advantageous destinations. So at this point, I think I want to try to do a little more work with 3. We'll let Reginald play with 4. I didn't scope it out, so we'll see. So Company 4 he has a 5, so he gets to go build things out. He needed engines, and he has one now. So once 5 connects up to something out here, it's going to be kind of rough. So what we're going to probably want to try doing is get 3 over to here to cut him off. And if we're able to do that, then he would have to spend another turn to go around it by taking this 3. So yeah, so he did 4. That was his operations. We could do company 4 as an operation and burn some of his stuff. This is where it would have been nice to have track, because we could have directed a little bit differently and tried to steer him away from some of this. I mean, we did a good job moving him around. We just we need him to just do a little bit less. So in lieu of that, we'll just do operations for 3, and we get to use another we can build this way and cut off 5 if we want to. 5 is ours. We'll just build the 1. Make sure we mark that off. That's it. All right, turn 2. Xavier kicks it up again. Xavier takes control back over number 1, and let's see here. I think he does. Yeah, he does. Again, 3, 4, 4. So now there can be investment again for both companies. I think I want a piece of number 4. We'll give him a piece of number 3. He can spend 5 to get up to my level, which is going to kick a little bit of maintenance in, but hopefully we'll get another share here, and then I'm going to buy one of his shares here. And it's going to kick his value down for what he has. Turn 3. Xavier goes to 4. 1, 2, and 5. 1 could do operations, which would expand out. He would get another locomotive, which might be bad. 2 would be operations. That would help us. 5, somebody could get a share, which Reginald could get another share on our side on 5. I think we have enough of a lead on him. I'm not too worried about it. So we'll let him do the 5. He can only afford 1 share at 3 pips, which gives us either something free, a free operation with the 1 for company 2, or a very teeny tiny operation, or actually a pass with company 1. I think I want to do company 2. I want to do a free track. And then that'll get us to another city. Next turn. Oops. That was a 1, 2, and a 3. If not, I'll find out later. Xavier gets the 1. He locks up the last share in company number 1, so we can't get it if we want to. At this point, if Xavier adds on to this again, he will add on to maintenance, and people can still do maintenance. They just can't buy shares right now in company 1. 2 and 3. 2, I could buy. I can't buy any more shares in company 2 because I'm at 6. I could buy a share in company 3, and I think I want. Actually, I want to get an engine in 3 is what I want to do. So we'll let Xavier do number 2. He's going to pass because he. Oh, actually, no. His operations, he can get 1. We'll give it to him. And then Company 3 will use its 1 to get an engine, so that we were going to be stuck with a 3, but now we got a whole bunch of engine power there. That worked out good. I'll have to look at the video. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember if I marked that off beforehand or after. We'll do it now. Solo, it's okay. You can. It's okay. No one has to know. 2, Xavier. Here. 1, 3, 4. 1, somebody can operate it. 3, 4, all these are operations. Nobody can buy shares. 3, we can't buy any engines. Although I'm looking at this, I think this was wrong because I added the. No, we gave him the share. We gave Reginald the share. Okay, now we're good. So going back here, 1, 3, 4, nobody can buy shares. 4, really don't want to give Reginald more stuff. I'm fine with a pass there. Do I let Reginald in to help on 3? If I let Reginald build, he's going to go here, which will cut off 5. 5. I don't want him cutting off 5 because he would use his 4 to help, and that would be right there. He has to pick that. That's the cheapest route, and that's to the cheapest route to the most valuable destination. I could burn the 1 for a pass. I can still steer 4 because I have a share in there now. I just don't want him to have the 3. We'll give him the 1. Not crazy about it. Operations for 1. 1 can go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places, and he has an engine power of 5, so he takes the last engine. And that's in operations. And then 3 and 4. Which one do I want to do? 4, I kind of wanted to steer somewhere. But 3 would be. Let's see here. I don't want to help 4 out much. I want to. 3 will be able to hit a number of different places now because its capacity is like 12. Am I helping out the other guys more? It's about the same. I'm just trying to avoid cutting my knees off with Company 5. And I don't see a way around it. Or I pass. Which, yeah. And he didn't pass, and I did pass, so the game isn't over yet. So we'll pass with 3. Or do I want to pass with 4? I want to pass with 4. So 4, well, no, I have to change the state. You have to change state for the other company if you can. We'll go here. Second to last. Going. 2. It's filled up. 1, 2, 5. Investment we can't do on 1. 2 would be an operation. 5 would be an operation. We're just going to go into speed mode now. 2 will do an operation for Reginald. He will build us a track. He will go here because it's actually, no, he'll go here. And that hooks up 4. That was probably terrible. And then 1 and 5. We'll do an operation for 5. Free operation. And we will move it to here, which will let him build a hub here. So 3 could still do all this moving around. 5 gets to go to use 3's track. So that eventually worked out. That was, yeah, a little bit involved. And then the last one, our 3's rust. So those 3's are now worth 1s. 116. Xavier with a 4. We couldn't do anything in 2 anymore, so 1 and 6. 6 we could actually invest in at the last minute, which would be 1 share. It would help Xavier some because we gave him a bonus of 4. If we don't do that, 1 gets to add on some more. We'll let it go. Reginald builds out. He can't invest, but he will operate. Company 1 can't buy an engine, so he's going to add on to his routes, which he takes the cheapest one and goes there. 1 and 6. I can't build on a 1. What the heck? I'll invest in 6. We'll get 1. That's it. So, not sure what happened at the very end. I kind of ran a little fast because some of the options I wanted to sort of show a couple different ways to go through and talk about it and think through some of the stuff that happened. So let's score and see if we had enough of a buffer here. I kind of winged it at the end. That last round is usually the one where you're doing a lot more of the crunch. Capacity for company number 1 is 10. Definitely at 10 places, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But there's like 3 mines in there. So I think we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say it's 8. And presidential bonus for that one is 16 minus 2 for 14. So that got to be pretty big. Xavier had more shares than Reginald. Reginald is 4 times 8 for 32. Xavier is 8 times 6 for 48, plus 14 is 62. Wow, big old move there. He doubled his score. Company 2, 6 shares for me, 1 for Reginald, 3 for Xavier. Has a capacity of 7. So company 2 was able to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 cities, so it's worth 9. Presidential bonus of 8. 16 minus 8. I'm the president. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 8 is 60. 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Company 3. Reach of 8, so service capacity of 8. Where are we up here? So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got to most of the cities it wanted to. We hit 2 cities there, so that's a value of 9. We had 4 shares from the looks of it. Well, presidential thing first. 12 minus 2 is 10. We had 4 shares. Reginald had 2. No. Reginald had 2. Yep. Xavier had 3. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 10 is 46. 18. 27. Number 4, reach of 5. Looks like all they could really get to from here is 1, 2, 3, 4. We had, 4. Actually, I'm wrong. Hold on a minute, because it could reach a bunch of other ones. So it can actually reach 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 of those were mine, so it's really 8. Reginald gets 5. Xavier gets 3. I get 1. Xavier's the president. President 12 minus 4 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Reginald is 5 times 9 for 45 plus 8 is 53. Endurance, so 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be worth $6 for the route. 3 shares for me, 3 for Reginald, 1 for Xavier. I was first out of the majority, so I get the president. President is 8 with no penalty. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 8 is 26. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 6 is 6. And then finally, we did have a little bit happen here. Company 6 can actually go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. That was a mine. Actually, no, it's a hub now. Keep on forgetting. So that's 5. Xavier gets 3. I get 1. For the number of shares, presidential bonus does kick in, but it's only $4. 1 times 5 for me is 5. 3 times 5 plus 4 for Xavier is 19. This is like the only place where maybe a calculator would be nice. But right now we have 10, 11, 14, 15 shares. 106, 115, 141, 146. 8, 4, carry the 1. We end up with 304. Reginald ends up with 5, 7, 12, 15 shares as well. 41, 59, 112, 140. So he ends up with 235. And then Xavier, if we did our math right, ends up with 15, 16, 19. Yep, 19 shares because he skipped the first 2 rounds. And then he had all sorts of goodies here. 9, 16, 23, 29, 38. Carry this 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So 778. He ended up with 9, 239. And that looks right. Yep, actually, no. 259. So we had 304, Reginald at 235, and Xavier, as far as I can tell, at 259. So welcome to Rust and Revenue. This was the complete playthrough with the teach and everything else between the 3 videos. I'm sure we're like over an hour, but once you get into the rhythm of it, it compresses down to like about 45 minutes, an hour if you can, if you really start thinking things through. I will do a future playthrough the next week or so with the company powers because there are some things that really open up the board, such as like extra bonuses, operations for like company 1, for example, or an extra pip to build a track, or the mine being worth like $3 for a company 6, so that it changes the maps around. But between like the different company powers, the different maps that are available, the allowances and budget that you have for Reginald, it's been just a really fun game to sit and engineer. So thank you very much if you made it this far, and please reach out if you have any questions. And there's more games in the works, so more details later. But again, thank you so much, and good night.